Hey everybody, so it's Wednesday, it's the middle of the week. Well, happy Wednesday to everybody watching this. So many people are celebrating the 4th of July today. This holiday is significant for a lot of people, and we celebrate freedom during this holiday. We celebrate independence. We celebrate true liberty during this holiday, except for select groups of people who do not feel that they are as free as some other groups of people. And so what I want to do today is kind of exhort those of you who are happily celebrating today, and then those of you who choose not to celebrate today. I think that we can all gain something from the perspective of the gospel, and how it really truly frees us all. And I don't mean that as a cliche, although it may seem that way, but I want to bring your attention to the book of Galatians. And I'm looking up because I'm reading from the Bible. I want to make sure I read this word for word. And it talks about freedom in some sense, but in a spiritual way. So freedom from having to submit to the law, and how our righteousness comes by faith in Christ Jesus, and how our efforts didn't gain us that freedom, but it was truly by Christ's work alone that we were free. And this counts for our ancestors and people who came before us who weren't free at the time physically, but were free or offered the same freedom spiritually, and often use these truths to motivate them and give them hope even when they did not feel free. And I'm going to start at verse 23 and end at verse 29. And it reads, "Now before faith came, we were held captive under the law, imprisoned until the coming faith would be revealed. So then the law was our guardian until Christ came, in order that we might be justified by faith. But now that faith has come, we are no longer under a guardian. For in Christ Jesus, you are all sons of God through faith. For as many of you as were baptized into Christ have put on Christ. There is neither Jew nor Greek. There is neither slave nor free. There is neither male and female. There is no male and female, for you are all one in Christ Jesus. And if you are Christ's, then you are Abraham's offspring, heirs according to promise." So in this sense, what was happening was, what was being explained is that we're no longer submit to a yoke of bondage. So in essence, the law served the same purpose that the system of slavery did, but not in the same sense. So let me break this down for you, because I don't want you to misunderstand me. What the law did was it provided a way for the people to experience God's grace, but through a system of them having to uphold rules, regulations, and uphold a law that God gave them to give them direction for how they can please God. And it was very efforts and works based. And at the time of them not upholding the law perfectly, it resulted in consequences, and oftentimes it resulted in death. And so what verse 23 says, before faith came, faith is Jesus Christ, we were held captive under the law. So we had to obey this law. We had to submit to it in order to experience freedom and life and liberty, which it wasn't true liberty, because we were still held captive by this law. And it says this law was our guardian until Christ came. So this is the way that we experience life and all that it encompassed. Not us, but everyone who came before us. But as a result of Christ coming, now there's nothing that differentiates us. Nothing that separates us, nothing that says that we don't have access to God and this freedom that he gives us truly. And so today, I pray that you find consolation in that. Whether or not you celebrate today, whether or not you choose to acknowledge today, I think every day we should acknowledge the freedom we have in Christ, but acknowledge it for the fact that Christ gave us freedom that we can truly enjoy, regardless of systematic oppressions and things that come against minorities, and even just the racism and tensions that are taking place in this nation today. I pray that you take consolation in the fact that Jesus is our true freedom. What he offers and what he has given us helps us to move beyond the limitations that we often entrust to the system, and gives us true freedom and peace within. And as a result of that, we can live freely and as unto the Lord, and with great expectation and great hope for what is to come and for what the future holds as far as what God can see and as God is concerned. And so I pray that that is your reality today, that you celebrate that freedom first, and then whatever freedom you choose to celebrate afterward, let it be in light of the gospel. Let it be in light of true freedom. And then I pray, my prayers for this nation, specifically for this nation, but really for this entire world, because God cares for everyone, that we would have our eyes open, and that we would be active, and we would be consistent participants in seeking justice and freedom for all. Not in our own efforts per se, although our efforts can help with that, but solely trusting on the work of God in Christ, and doing it through the lens of the gospel. And I pray that this is our motivation going forward, regardless of where we stand politically, or even just in general with our cultural differences and views. I just pray that your right first is as a Christian, and then second, you know, everything that you do will be in light of the gospel. So today, enjoy your day, however you enjoy it, enjoy your day. And I pray that you are at peace in light of everything that we just read in Galatians chapter 3. Till next time, see you guys later.